President Michel Temer, flanked by his economic team, went on television to announce his plan to boost the Brazilian economy. Increased growth, he said, reduced unemployment, less bureaucracy. For the past 2 years, there's been nothing but bad news. Inflation over 10%, 1.5 million jobs lost last year, consumer spending and investment down, and the worst budget deficit ever.
Last year we sold 50% more, so it's really bad for everyone. We were forced to fire a few employees. Usually by the end of the year we hire extra workers, but this year the opposite happened.
All agree that drastic measures are called for, but are they the right ones? Are they enough?
We need a plan to reduce taxation, to create new jobs. But let's see if it works. I don't think it's going to work.
This government, I don't trust it. I don't believe them. They're maneuvering things behind the scenes. That is not correct. They have a hidden agenda.
A reflection of the low esteem many Brazilians have for their politicians and business leaders, with many implicated, some jailed, in a long-running corruption scandal. It's in street markets like this one where the effects of the recession have been most keenly felt, where profit margins are smaller and needs more immediate. It's also here where they're shouting loudest for change, but from politicians and an economic elite in which they have little faith. President Temer has said sacrifices must be made.
Yes, there are a lot of people who are going to vote for him.
But many analysts say the new measures and the 20-year cap on public spending agreed earlier this week place an unfair burden on the poor.
We have to limit and balance the federal budget, but in a way, did they cut where we should cut? I mean, Brazil has more than 20 ministries. We have more than 400 federal agencies and institutions. Couldn't we trim down a bit, cut benefits for congressmen? Do we have to limit the budget that could limit our education budget or healthcare budget?
Just a few years ago, Brazil's economy was booming. The slump has been rapid. The government says recovery will be a long, slow and often painful process, but is struggling to convince many of its own people that it's qualified for the job. Daniel Schweimer, Jazeera, Sao Paulo.